It's freezing here. What happened? This window pane is completely smashed in.
That's not my fault. I was defending myself against that Lancer guy.
Wait, you fought him all on your own until you were able to summon Saber?
Hardly. I couldn't even fight back.
Huh. You're not even trying to brag about it. I see. You are exactly how you look. Super honest. Minuten verschweißen.
Tosaka, you really are a mage, aren't you?
Yes, and you too, I see.
Not me. I can't do something big like this.
What do you mean you can't? You're messing with me now, aren't you? Treating glass is about as basic as you can get.
Yeah, well, I don't know anything about basics or fundamentals.
How is it that a guy like this was able to summon Saber? Seriously? Well, that's fine. However it happened, we need to rebalance the scales.
心を全部焼き尽くすような絶望のトナルでいつだって君は全て溶かすように笑いかけてくれてたかき消された声届かない言葉またつまずきそうになるたびに何度もしがみついた白く白く真っ白な未来がたった一つ僕たちの希望今の僕には闇雲なこの気持ちしかないけど正解なんて一つじゃない僕だけの明日を探してるずっと
All right, why don't we get down to business? You have absolutely no idea what you're caught up in, do you? To be totally blunt, you've been chosen by the Grail to be a master. Have you noticed a stigmata somewhere on your body?
Stigmata?
She means command seal, Shiro.
Oh, this?
Yes, those are the proof that you are a master. They are also spells that control your servant, so as long as you still have at least one of those, you can keep your servant under control.
What do you mean, as long as I still have them?
Command seals are unbreakable orders. Spells that can force your servant to obey, even if it means bending them to your will. You used one. You forced Saber to break off her attack earlier, remember? However, you only get 3 command seals for the whole war, so you really should try not to waste them. You'll probably be killed if you use them all too soon, so I suggest you be very careful.
Wait, I'll be killed?
That's right. The Holy Grail War is completely based around masters defeating other masters. The one who defeats the other 6 wins the Holy Grail, which is an omnipotent, wish-granting cup.
Hey, wait, hold on a second. Why are you telling me this?
Well, because you've gotten dragged into a certain ritual. It's the Holy Grail War, fought by 7 masters. A battle to the death between mages.
Do you really expect me to believe that?
I'm simply laying out the facts as they are. Besides, deep inside you actually know already, don't you? After all, you've nearly been killed by a servant not once, but twice. Convinced yet? I'm another mage chosen to be a master. Think of your servant as a familiar granted to you by the Grail to help you survive the Holy Grail War.
She doesn't look much like a familiar to me.
Well, of course she doesn't. Servants are technically familiars, but they're really superhuman beings, heroic spirits from the past.
A hero from the past? Saber?
That's right. Servants are heroic spirits from legend, from the past or present, that are pulled into our time and given form and substance. It's the Master's role to summon them, and once materialized, the Grail helps them keep their physical forms. Servants are basically always with you in spirit form, and should the need arise, you can materialize them and make them fight on your behalf.
So the guy in red can change between spirit and physical forms at will.
That's Archer. He's keeping watch outside for now. Do you understand so far?
Yeah, I guess I do, sort of.
For a more detailed explanation, you should talk to the man overseeing the Grail War. Now there's something important you should keep in mind. You have no choice but to fight once you've been chosen, and the servants are powerful familiars, so make sure you use yours well. Now for you. From what I understand, based on what Emiya said, I gather you're in an incomplete state, Saber?
Yes, as you've accurately stated, I am not at full fighting strength. The fact is, Shiro is not a trained master, so even replenishing mana will be difficult.
That's pretty shocking.
Hey, I'm confused. What are you guys talking about?
A servant maintains its physical existence in this world by being supplied with mana by its master. But she can't get an adequate amount of mana from you because you're a novice and you don't know how to focus. It'll be a problem before too long. Oh, would you like a cup of tea?
I'm good.
I have to say, I didn't expect you to be so open with me about all this.
There was no point in lying. You had already realized that something was indeed wrong. Therefore, I decided to let you know the truth about my condition, so that Shiro can get a clear view of his current circumstances.
Wow, she's the king all right. Damn it! What a stupid waste! If I were Saber's master, I'd win this war easily. Why'd she go to a newbie like him?
Hey, are you trying to say that I'm not worthy of her?
Of course I am, you hack!
Huh?
Okay, come on, shall we go?
What? Where are we going?
To see the man who knows everything there is to know about the Grail War. I mean, you do want to know the reason behind it, don't you?
Yeah, of course I do. But it's getting really late.
It's what? You won't go? Oh, well, whatever. That's your call to make. What about you, Saber?
Leave Saber out of this. Don't try to strong arm her.
Oh, so I guess you do think like a master. You don't want me talking to Saber, do you?
Why would I give a damn? Jeez, I'm beginning to feel like there's something really messed up about her. Anyway, Saber is a hero from the past, right? So she's just gonna be confused. She won't be able to make sense of the modern world.
Shiro, that is not true. Servants adapt to whatever time period they find themselves in. As such, I am quite familiar with this era.
You're familiar with it? How can that be?
Of course. This is not the first time that I have been summoned to this time in history.
What? No way. What are the odds of that?
So then, where is it we are going?
The church in New City. It can't be helped. She can't dematerialize. And she can't be seen walking around in full armor either.
Hey, are you planning on walking all the way to the next city?
Yes, I am.
You know it's been dangerous out lately, right? I can't protect you two if something happens. I can't.
Oh, please, relax. You may be forgetting, but Saber there is a ridiculously strong and powerful servant.
Master of Archer.
Reen will be fine.
Very well. Reen, what was Shiro trying to say earlier? I could not comprehend what was spoken.
You could call it a major misunderstanding, or super foolishness. What he was saying is that if we were attacked along the way, he'll step in and save us like a hero.
That's wrong, because Shiro is my master. I should be the one who is protecting him.
He's probably not thinking that way at all. As far as masters and servants are concerned, Shiro really doesn't get it.
What's that mean? Why do you suppose Saber isn't coming in with us?
She said earlier that she'd been summoned to this era before. So maybe something happened between her and the fake priest we're here to see.
Tosaka, what kind of person is this priest?
At one time, he was my father's pupil. After father died, he became my guardian. I suppose that makes him both my senior disciple and my second mentor.
Wait a minute, so the priest is also a mage?
Yeah, like I said, a genuine fake priest.
You never accepted my invitations to come by. And now here you are with an odd guest. I take it this means that he is the seventh. Reem? My name is Kirei Kotomine. Perhaps you will tell me your name. Or shall I call you Seventh Master?
Shiro? Emiya.
Emiya. I take it then that you are now Saber's master, young Shiro Emiya.
I made a pact with Saber, if that's what you mean. But all this stuff about masters and servants and the Holy Grail War is just a lot of gibberish to me. If a master is supposed to be a proper mage, then you really ought to pick somebody else for your war.
Yes, I see. This is quite serious indeed.
He knows nothing. You need to start from square one.
Ah, very well. This is the first time you have ever come to me for assistance. Shiro Emiya, the status of master cannot be yielded to another, and once conferred cannot be simply walked away from. Being a master is a trial for those who have been chosen. You will not be freed from the burden of that pain until you win the Grail. Now listen carefully. The battle you now find yourself caught up in is known by all involved as the Holy Grail War.
The messed up war where 7 masters fight to the death? Is that what you mean?
It is a ritual meant to seek out and select the one mage who is worthy of holding the Grail.
Now wait, this Holy Grail you keep going on about, you don't mean the Holy Grail, do you?
The Grail that appears in this city is the genuine article. For proof, one need look no further than the miracle of the servants and the heroic spirits that inhabit them. A Holy Grail capable of that will surely grant the master who holds it limitless power. The item's authenticity is irrelevant in the face of such a fact.
Well, why make people go through this Holy Grail war thing then? If it's that powerful, why doesn't everyone just share it?
A fair opinion, to be sure, but only one master may win the Holy Grail. It was not mages who imposed that restriction, but rather the Holy Grail itself.
It decided? How is that?
Everything around you is the work of the Grail itself. It selects its true owner by having 7 masters fight over it. And that is the Holy Grail War.
Well, I'm still not convinced. Even if only one can be chosen, I don't like it that that person has to kill all the other masters.
Hold on a second. There's no rule that says we have to kill each other, Emiya.
It is a fight to the death.
Oh, Kirei, shut up! Listen to me. The Holy Grail that appears in this town is a spiritual object. Since it's intangible, we can't touch it. Can you guess what that implies? Right. The point of the Holy Grail War is to eliminate the servants of all the other masters, which means that there is no rule saying you have to kill the other masters in order to win.
Shiro Emiya, if I may ask a question, do you think that you are remotely capable of defeating your servant?
Huh?
Servants are very difficult to overcome, even with another servant. So how does one prevail? The answer is obvious, is it not? No matter how clever or powerful the servant, if its master ceases to be alive, the servant vanishes with him. In which case...
The quickest way is killing the master.
Exactly.
But what if a master's servant is destroyed first? Only servants can touch the Holy Grail, right? So a master who's lost his servant no longer has any value in the war.
No. As long as his command seals remain, so do his rights as a master. He still has the chance to rejoin the war by teaming up with a servant that has lost its master and has nowhere to go. And it is for that reason that masters kill masters.
Okay, what if I used all my command seals right now?
Wait, no! Don't do that!
As you surmised, your rights as a master would indeed be lost. Although, I cannot imagine a mage using magic as powerful as command seals in a manner so wasteful and immature. If there were one, he would either be an ignorant novice or merely a coward not worthy of the craft. Have I convinced you? Then let us go back to the beginning, Shiro Emiya. If you insist on forfeiting your status as master, you may do so. Simply use up your command seals and break your pact with Saber. Should you choose that path, I shall guarantee your safety until this Holy Grail War comes to an end.
Guarantee my safety? Why would I need to be protected by you?
I was dispatched to this city to officially oversee the series of Holy Grail Wars. Safeguarding the mages who are no longer masters is one of the Overseer's top priorities.
Wait, you said series. Hang on, are you saying that the Holy Grail War didn't begin just now?
This one is the 5th. The previous one was 10 years ago, making this the shortest cycle in the long history of the war.
I can't believe this has happened before.
Yes, and with each new generation of Masters summoned, the Grail War has grown ever more brutal. Driven by desire, Masters have engaged in vicious deeds, including indiscriminate slaughter.
How could anyone think of doing that? So, what happens if the guy who wins the Grail is a complete and total bastard?
It is beyond our ability to stop one whom the Grail has chosen from using the cup. After all, it is the omnipotent chalice that grants any wish. If that is not acceptable to you, Shiro Emiya, then go out and win it yourself. If you do, then at the very least, it will not end up in the hands of an indiscriminate killer.
No, I have no reason to fight.
I see. So you have no interest at all in what the holder of the Grail does, even if there is a disaster as a result of his all-too-human flaws?
I didn't say that.
If you have no reason to fight, then fine. Should I also assume that you have no interest in the disastrous events of 10 years ago?
10 years ago?
Indeed. At the very end of the previous Grail War, an unworthy master touched the Holy Grail. I know not what it was that master wished for. All that is clear is the aftermath of the disaster that resulted from his wish.
Wait just a minute. I don't believe it. Are you saying...
I am. The New City fire, whose cause remains unknown to this day, is actually the aftermath of that Holy Grail War.
Emiya!
You said that this one is the 5th time. Has anyone in the past ever actually won the Grail then?
One man did indeed hold the Grail in his hands, however briefly.
Did he get his wish? What happened to him?
Nothing at all. It seems that Grail did not achieve completion. The result of a foolish man letting sentiment get the better of him. Simply making the Grail appear is trivial. Once the 7 servants are gathered, the Grail will appear in time. As Reen says, it is not necessary to slay the other masters. But unless you do so, the Grail will not be complete. It chooses the master who is worthy to command its unlimited power. That is why this man who avoided fighting did not officially win the Grail.
In other words, even if you do get the Grail, it's pointless if you don't finish off all the other masters. You see, the master who got his hands on the Grail in the last war was weak.
That is all I have to say. You need to decide right here and now if you will participate in the Holy Grail War, Shiro Emiya. You ought to be rejoicing, boy. The wish in your heart will at last come true. Surely you've realized by now that your wish will not come true without a clear and distinct villain. Even if you refuse to admit it to yourself, a hero of justice must have a villain to defeat. Without that, all your battles will be meaningless.
Shiro, is your business concluded?
It is.
And?
I've decided I'm gonna fight as a master. I need to know if you'll consent to serving a novice like me.
But my consent is irrelevant. Shiro, you have been my master from the start. Did I not swear a solemn oath to you that I would be your blade?
Right. Thanks. Saber, fight with me till the end. I'll be counting on you. What's wrong? You don't want to shake hands?
It's not that. I was simply not expecting it. I was startled. I will fight with you, Master. So long as you have command seals, I will be your trusted blade.
If the Holy Grail War was what caused the fire and all that death 10 years ago, then I can't let something like that happen ever again. Everything okay?
No offense, but you should go home by yourself.
Huh?
I brought you here to see the priest, because you weren't officially my enemy yet. But now, you're a fellow master in this war.
Yeah, but I have no intention of fighting you.
I should have known. What was I thinking? Why did I even bring him here?
Reen,
What is it?
if an enemy is easy to slay, then we ought to do so.
You don't have to tell me that, okay?
If you agree, then take action. Or wait. Are you going to take pity on that boy again? Just as I thought. That is the case here.
Huh? No, it is not! I owe him, you know? And I can't fight with a clear conscience until I repay the debt.
You are so difficult. In that case, call me when you have repaid this debt of yours.
Wait, what debt? Do you mean what happened before?
Yes, of course. Accidental or not, you used a command seal to stop Saber before she killed us both. So I have to go easy on you for the time being, in order to balance the scales.
You get hung up on the weirdest things.
Yes, I know that. I really have no choice. Because I really